My love and support, you know what I mean? Lil Jon, anything you need that I can provide, I'm here for you. I love you, and you know that, brother. And
DJ Young Slade, the son of Lil Jon, has died at 27 years old. Lil Jon confirmed the news in a statement telling us he is extremely...
Lil Jon was riding high, career locked in, legacy solid, until life hit him with a pain no parent should ever know. His son disappeared, then was found dead. No phone, no shoes, no clear answers. The news traveled fast, but what really turned heads, old rivals suddenly stepping forward with condolences, even apologies. And behind the scenes, whispers started floating around, things some say investigators still haven't addressed publicly. This isn't just tragedy, it's a mystery that keeps getting heavier, a grief that won't let this father breathe. Everyone knows Lil Jon's been a giant in the game for decades, the king of Crunk, the architect of those explosive anthems that flipped clubs upside down.
I just send my love and support, you know what I mean? Lil Jon, anything you need that I can provide, I'm here for you. I love you, brother.
Not long ago, he was glowing on one of the biggest stages on earth, Super Bowl 58's halftime show with Usher in 2024. The comeback was undeniable. New music, fresh projects, momentum on fire. Everything lined up perfectly for another run at the top. Then overnight, silence. No warning, no buildup, just devastation. Fame couldn't shield him. Awards couldn't soften it. His son was gone, and the circumstances left everyone stunned, confused, searching for answers. Before we get into the strange details, and trust, there are pieces here that raise eyebrows, let's talk about who this young man really was.
I even got a tattoo of his signature. It was like something ironic for me because it's like, you know, it's just my dad, but had to get the signature.
Nathan Smith, professionally known as DJ Young Slade, was only 27. Lil Jon's eldest son with his estranged wife, Nicole Smith. He wasn't leaning on his father's spotlight. He was building his own, grinding, focused, determined. Born May 30th, 1998 in Decatur, Georgia, right in Atlanta's musical heartbeat, Nathan grew up with rhythm in his blood. And that's not hype, it's fact. As a toddler, he actually recorded vocals on one of Lil Jon and the East Side Boys' early 2000 club records.
And I was talking about the anger management tour. It was like 2004. I was like, what, like 5?
Think about that. Before he could tie his own sneakers, he was already stamped on a track blasting through clubs worldwide. As he grew, that spark turned into serious ambition. Around 2008, at just 10 years old, he watched his father command the crowd at the Trans World Skateboarding Awards afterparty. Seeing Lil Jon control that DJ booth, turning chaos into energy, that flipped a switch. From that moment, he was locked in. Lil Jon recognized the hunger. He set him up with tools, apps, turntables, letting him experiment freely. By 10 or 13, Nathan had graduated from Scratch DJ Academy in Los Angeles, one of the youngest in the program. That's commitment.
And he brought me on stage, and I was just like, bro, I was so shy, bro. I was a little kid, but it's just crazy to have experiences like that and then go home and we just like drinking tea, playing video games.
It didn't stop there. As a teen, he toured as DJ for Zendaya during her Disney rise. For a naturally reserved kid, that pushed him out of his shell and onto major stages. He always spoke proudly about being Lil Jon's son, not just because of fame, but because of the bond. Nathan even tattooed his father's signature on his body. To the world, Lil Jon was larger than life. To Nathan, he was just dad. TVT was a great experience because it was a place where I could go and be myself. Nathan used to talk about being 5 or 6, standing beside his dad on tour. Lights flashing, thousands screaming, tiny hand gripping his father's. On stage, Lil Jon was the hype king. Off stage, they were just father and son, gaming, sipping tea, living normal moments. And that's what makes this hurt deeper. Nathan built his own resume. He graduated from NYU's Tisch School of the Arts, Clive Davis Institute in 2020, majoring in audio engineering and production. He wasn't chasing clout, he was mastering craft. He co-produced Get It Girl by Sweetie in 2021, featured on HBO's Insecure and a Beats campaign. Like just not taking care of his artist. He didn't take care of his art. He later worked on Ice Cube's Talk About These Rappers from the 2024 album Man Down. That's heavyweight credit. He even appeared on MTV's Family Legacy Season 2 in 2025. Everything was aligned, focused, purposeful. Then, February 3rd, 2026, changed it all. Around 6 a.m., Nathan walked out of his Milton, Georgia home under alarming circumstances. No phone, no wallet, no keys, no shoes. Officials later suggested he may have been disoriented, possibly even unclothed when he left. Nothing about that makes sense.
I don't like to dwell on any negativity. I like to keep everything positive, find the positivity out of the situation and take that and move on.
A massive search began immediately. Police, firefighters, volunteers. 3 days of uncertainty. 3 days of fear. On February 6th, 2026, at 11:53 a.m., divers recovered a body from a pond at Mayfield Park near his home. It was confirmed to be Nathan Smith, DJ Young Slade. Just like that, gone at 27.
I was trying to just be kind of political correct. I ain't really want to tell what really happened, but the group broke up because of...
Authorities stated there were no signs of foul play, but the case remains open and active. No autopsy details, no toxicology, no deeper explanation. Just a timeline that leaves people unsettled. A 27-year-old leaves home with nothing. Days later, he's found in a pond. That's the official version. But given Lil Jon's history, the rivalries, business wars, industry tension, people are asking questions. To understand that, you have to understand the man himself. Jonathan H. Smith, born January 17, 1971 in Atlanta. Oldest of 5, father an aerospace engineer with military roots. A stable, working-class upbringing, not the streets. At Frederick Douglass High, he joined marching band and started DJing basement parties. By 15, Atlanta already knew his name. He climbed the industry ladder at So-So Def Recordings, becoming executive vice president of A&R. Then, in 1995, the shift began. Linking with Big Sam and Lil Bo, Lil Jon and the East Side Boys were born, and with them, the Crunk explosion. Kings of Crunk, 2002, went multi-platinum. Crunk Juice, 2004, doubled down. He produced Usher's Grammy-winning hit in 2005 and crafted records for Sierra, Yin Yang Twins, Petey Pablo, and more. For a stretch, he was unstoppable. Then, the storm hit.
No, because they just see the private jets and the trips and all that. They don't realize, sometimes you can't go nowhere.
His biggest clash wasn't another rapper. It was his own label, TVT Records, led by Steve Gottlieb. Multiple artists accused the label of withheld royalties and poor promotion. What started as partnership turned into legal tension. Crunk Rock, originally slated for 2006, got delayed until 2010. 4 years lost, momentum stalled. TVT eventually filed bankruptcy in 2008. Then internal fallout followed. Big Sam publicly claimed money disputes ended the group. Memphis figures like DJ Paul and Gangster Pat argued Crunk's roots traced back to them. Even Atlanta's Dim franchise boys accused him of borrowing their snap sound. It painted a picture of industry friction from all angles. Through it all, Lil Jon stayed composed publicly, but the pressure? Real. And now, on top of decades of tension, he's burying his firstborn. Then, something unexpected happened. When Nathan passed, hip-hop paused. Old rivals reached out. Messages flooded in. Shade turned into support. E40, longtime friend and Bay Area legend, spoke with visible heartbreak. He called Nathan his nephew. That's not casual talk, that's family. Months earlier, their families were laughing together on Family Feud. Pure joy. No one saw this coming.
I gotta ask you, man, our brother, Lil Jon, man.
Yeah, man, I send my condolences to Lil Man. Nephew, man. We were just on Family Feud together.
Now picture this. One of hip-hop's most respected voices standing in front of a camera, voice cracking, eyes heavy, talking about how much he's going to miss Nathan. His closing words, "Anything you need, I'm here for you." That's not PR, that's not clout chasing, that's love. Real, unfiltered love. In that moment, the drama faded, the rivalries disappeared. It was just people showing up for a grieving father. Fame aside, ego aside, humanity first. And it didn't stop with rap. The support stretched way beyond music. Even Shaquille O'Neal, a giant in sports and entertainment, personally reached out to Lil Jon. When icons from totally different arenas link up like that, you know the loss cut deep. Shaq didn't just post and keep it moving. He picked up the phone. He wanted Jon to hear his voice, to know he wasn't alone in this storm. Shaq openly admitted he couldn't imagine losing a child, and for someone of his stature to speak that raw, that hits. Then came Lil Jon's own statement, and that's when hearts shattered.
Jon, his son, Shorty cut, and Too Short, man, like a few months back.
You guys made history together. I know you have so much love.
This wasn't a superstar talking. This was a father in pieces. He described Nathan as the kindest soul you could meet, someone who loved hard, cared deeply, and moved with light. Not just Lil Jon's son, not a brand, a man. What made it even more emotional was what he shared next, that in their final conversation, they made sure to tell each other how much they meant to one another. That line alone stopped people cold. At least they had that. So many families never get the chance to say it one last time. On Instagram, Lil Jon posted a montage, childhood clips, music moments, laughter through the years. The caption was simple: "This hurts so bad. I love you, son." Short, devastating. The comments flooded instantly. Fans, artists, celebrities sending love from everywhere. In another post, he highlighted Nathan's music on Spotify, writing, "Slade released this when he graduated college."
Supporting him at a time like this.
I talked to him yesterday, so my condolences goes out to him.
He made it clear, his son built his own lane, created his art his way, and he was proud. Even in grief, he wanted the world to recognize Nathan's independence and talent. Social media united. On X, people said the loss felt heavy for the whole culture. Instagram was filled with prayers. TikTok turned into tribute mode. Edits, slideshows, remixes of Nathan's work. The message was consistent. We're grieving with you. For a moment, hip-hop, an industry known for competition and long memories, stood still. No beef, no ego, just shared pain. That unity said everything. But even with all that love, something about this story won't settle. There are still questions lingering in the air.
I don't know how that feels, but I'm sure I know it's devastating for him. So, like I said, my condolences go out to him.
This is where it takes another turn. Because what happened after Nathan's passing is why the conversation hasn't faded. The deeper you look, the more puzzling it feels. That morning doesn't sit right. Not how he left, not where he was found, not the silence that followed. Let's break it down. February 3rd, 2026, around 6 a.m., a 27-year-old with no violent history, no public record of trouble, suddenly runs out of his home with no clothes, no phone, no wallet, no shoes. 3 days later, he's found in a pond near his house. Officials say no foul play, no trauma. Case open, no answers. That's the official version. But people see gaps. Neighbors claim they noticed police presence earlier than reported. Some mentioned hearing unusual noises that morning. Others said Mayfield Park seemed restricted before the public search timeline suggested. Yet none of that has been publicly addressed. No full autopsy report, no detailed press conference, just silence. Online investigators went to work. Milton, Georgia isn't random. It's known for wealth, privacy, influence. Information doesn't flow freely there. That sparked whispers. Was this being handled quietly? Then the theories rolled in. Some said Nathan seemed off days before. Others claimed he was locked into a big creative project. A few fans noticed certain social media posts disappearing after the news broke. Coincidence or cleanup? No confirmation, just questions. And remember, Lil Jon's been in this industry for decades. He's seen how narratives can shift, how stories can be buried. With that kind of fame comes tension, rivals, business conflicts. Naturally, people wonder if there's more beneath the surface. Some close to the family said Nathan had been stressed, not depressed, just overloaded. Big projects, big expectations. Others insist he was in a good place, focused, energized, excited about what was next. That contradiction alone leaves confusion. How does someone go from motivated to gone in days? Then there's the pond. Not massive, not hidden deep in wilderness, a place locals pass every morning. How does a multi-agency search take 3 days to find him so close to home? That's the question people keep circling. When police confirmed his identity, they offered minimal detail, no autopsy specifics, no toxicology breakdown, just no foul play suspected. Without transparency, that phrase feels incomplete. The internet erupted with speculation. Some believe it was a tragic accident, a moment of confusion that spiraled. Others suspect his information still under wraps. The lack of clarity only fuels that fire. Meanwhile, Lil Jon has remained mostly quiet publicly, not out of indifference, but because grief like this consumes you. Those close to him say he's been seeking answers privately, processing, trying to understand how everything unraveled so fast. And the public feels it. Too many missing pieces, too many unanswered timelines, too much silence. What really happened to DJ Young Slade that morning? Was it an accident, a mental break, or something more complicated?
Our last times together, we're comforted in knowing that we expressed that very sentiment to him.
No one can say for sure, but one thing is clear. This story isn't closed. New voices keep speaking up, new questions surface, and the demand for truth hasn't faded. Officially, there's no sign of foul play, yet the Milton Police Criminal Investigations Division still lists it as open and active. That contradiction alone keeps people watching. Let's look at what's confirmed. A healthy 27-year-old leaves home barefoot without belongings at 6 a.m. Authorities suggest disorientation, but offer no explanation for why. After 3 days of searching, he's found near his own neighborhood in a pond reportedly already checked. That's what troubles people. There were reports he'd been treated for a mild viral infection or rash before disappearing, but no medical context has been released, no official cause or manner of death. As of February 10, 2026, the silence remains. And behind the headlines, a shattered family. A father who lost his firstborn, a mother grieving her son, a little sister, Nyara, born in 2024, who will grow up knowing Nathan through stories, photos, and music. That's the part that hurts the most. The world is still asking, what happened on February 3, 2026? How does a talented, disciplined young man vanish steps from home? What we do know is this: Nathan was loved. He was kind, creative, humble, and determined to build his own name. He wasn't riding coattails, he was carving his own space. Whatever the truth turns out to be, whether it surfaces soon or years from now, one thing won't change. The culture lost someone bright, a son, a brother, a visionary, and Lil Jon lost a piece of his soul. Rest in peace, DJ Young Slade, Nathan Smith, 1998-2026. Gone too soon, never forgotten. If this story moved you, like, subscribe, and share to keep Nathan's legacy alive. Drop your thoughts below. What do you believe happened that morning? Let's talk, because this isn't just about music. It's about love, loss, and a truth people still want answered.